Okay, we're going to get started, and just to say good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining the session. My name is Angela Abbott, and I work in the Digital Economy Unit within the Department of Economic Development and Tourism, otherwise known as DDAT. And essentially what I do is assist in developing and providing digital solutions for SMMEs and entrepreneurs so that they can adopt digital practices and technologies, obviously to grow and to thrive. And this hashtag Go Digital Western Cape training initiative is an effort to try and support small businesses and entrepreneurs in operating and trading online. And we're providing some practical tips and tools and information to help you do so. Just some information, important information about the session today. We are recording the session. Your microphone and video are automatically deactivated. We do that just to reduce the disruptions and the background noise while the session is going ahead. If you do have a question, please use the raise your hand and chat window functionality. It's in the webinar control panel on the top right side of your screen. And the host will activate your microphone and video to speak. We'll also allow for questions and answers along the way and towards the end. And just to remember, in that chat window, you can type out your questions there. If you're not able to raise your hand, please use the chat window. And if you're not able to type in the chat window, it's that little speech bubble at the top. Please do raise your hand. Please do keep questions clear and to the point, and our expert trainers will be providing the answers and the advice. So we may intervene from time to time just to manage the session, but otherwise there could be a 5 to 10 second delay when presenters are sharing their screens. Okay, just to let you know that this is obviously a collaboration. So DDAT has collaborated through our Jump platform, and we're hosting the session today, and Digify are providing the training. If you're not aware of our Jump platform, just to give you a little insight, it's a free and neutral, trusted digital support platform for SMMEs where you are able to source many tools and resources to address most of the common challenges that you experience throughout the business, your business development or your business cycle. And essentially really what it is, it's a convenient digital business toolkit really in the palm of your hands that you're able to use from your device. And you'll see on the right hand side, obviously it's free to sign up, and there's many great things that you can gain and a lot of value from the information and the tools that are presented on the platform. So please, I do encourage you, if you don't already have a profile on the platform or utilize the platform, please do so. You can access that by from the website www.bizjump.co.za, or alternatively you can download it off the Google Play app or the Apple App Store, and you just search Jump for entrepreneurs and you'll be able to utilize it from there. All right, so I'd like to introduce our esteemed trainers today, our experts out there. Many of them are in a similar position to you in terms of running businesses. So just to present and give you a little bit of an introduction, and I will come back and wrap up at the end of the session. So Masentle Siwela is a business analyst. She is a Boost with Facebook trainer and the CEO of Consult the BA. She runs a digital marketing agency with the mission to help business owners and creators build scalable digital products, such as creative production for digital branding, website design, and consulting services. And since being with Digify Africa as well, she has taught over 1,500 small business owners many digital marketing skills, such as effective advertising strategy, content creation, tools to drive your business, building online presence, and other fundamental marketing subjects. And assisting her today is Alroy Ndhlovu. He's a passionate and versatile digital media creator and marketer. He runs his own digital media company as well as a personal brand servicing clients with big and small. And he loves educating people on the power and influence of digital design and marketing technologies. And every other time he's busy exploring the world around him. So without further ado, I'm going to hand over to Masentle, and you can sit back, enjoy the session, and please remember to use the chat and the raise your hand for questions. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for that warm introduction, Angela. Really appreciate it. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us this morning. It's going to be a very insightful session. I'm looking forward to sharing what I know, everything that I have learned, everything that works, everything that will work for you when it comes to supporting your marketing efforts in your business. What I'm going to be doing now is just to share my screen with you. Please give me an indication once you can see my screen, and then we'll get started.
Yes, we see it clearly. Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about how to run an advert. It's going to be very simple, very easy. If you're watching from your laptop, if you're in this training session and you're logged in on your laptop and you've got your mobile device on your hand, you can literally do it with me. This is going to be a step-by-step guide on how to boost your post. We'll talk about the purpose of actually boosting your post, opportunities that are there for you and your business, how to reach more people, not only people limited to your proximity, but you can reach wider audiences by boosting your post. So yeah, we're going to be talking about that. Advertising on Facebook. So the person behind the voice, my name is Masentle. As Angela has already shared with you, I love digital marketing. I'm a big enthusiast. I absolutely love helping small businesses scale using digital platforms. There's so much room for growth, right? There are so many apps within Facebook that we can list. There's Facebook, there's Instagram, there's WhatsApp. There's so much to offer. And I just love it when businesses are in a position where they can use all of these platforms effectively. So we're going to be diving deeper into that. Another thing to mention is that if you were in the first training session that we had on creating a Facebook page, the trainer by the name of Sebo did take us through how to create a Facebook page, how to establish a Facebook page, how to invite your friends to your Facebook page, and how to grow your Facebook page. So we're going to be carrying on. I'm going to pick up where Sebo left off. After creating the page, I'm going to be using the exact same page. So, just to refresh your memory, and also remember what the sequence and the flow needs to be like, because there needs to be a strategy when you're using these digital platforms. So that's the reason why we're going to have this sequence, this flow, and this chronology when it comes to presenting this information to you. So if you do remember what Sebo was training, the first training session, we're going to pick up from that. If you missed that session, don't worry. Don't worry, I'll give you context so you are up to date with everything that we're going to be sharing in today's session. Okay, so on the agenda for today, how to boost a post. It's simple, it's very easy for you to advertise on Facebook. Something that I always tell people is that when you are a business and you're still starting out and you don't have huge funds to advertise your business on maybe a billboard, a road that is traveled very frequently. Usually maybe there's traffic on that road, and there's this big billboard that displays brands, big brands, and you do not have the budget to advertise your business on a platform so big. Facebook will do that for you, and a budget that you can manage, a budget that you can control, a budget that's fit for you, your needs, and your business, and where you are in your business, right? And another example that I give people in that attend our training sessions is that another way to look at it is, if you think about, SABC, it's one of the biggest advertising platforms in South Africa, right? We've got other broadcasting platforms, but SABC has television, it has radio, it's got these, it distributes large, to large audiences. And if it distributes to such large audiences, then you can imagine how much the rates are going to cost you if you want to advertise your business so people can discover you, right? So people can find out more about the products and the services that your business offers. And, that causes some friction for small business owners because they don't have the funds, they don't have the resources to advertise at such a big scale. However, That's where Facebook now comes in. Facebook bridges that gap for us as business people. It says, if you do not have the funds to advertise at a big broadcasting company, if you don't have the funds to broadcast on a billboard at a highway somewhere where there's like large, peak traffic at a certain time, Facebook will do that for you in the palm of your hands, right? And when you think about Facebook, a lot of people have Facebook. Who does not have Facebook? Right? People are introduced to Instagram because they have a Facebook account. Now Facebook is at a point where it's so beautifully and seamlessly integrated. Facebook is connected to Instagram and to WhatsApp. We've seen it a couple of days ago where we had a situation where we couldn't connect to each other. That's how big, that's how the magnitude of this platform is. And that also goes to tell you that that's the opportunity that you have. If Facebook can be something so big, so integrated, that means you can do the same thing with your business, right? So when you use these platforms properly in a way that works for you, your business and your customers, so you can reach the right people, right? You can be able to do that. So on the agenda for today, I'm going to be showing you how to boost a post on your phone. So you can do it with me. If you've got your phone with you, you can literally log onto your Facebook. If you've got an existing page, I'm going to show you how to do that, right? It's going to be simple. It's going to be easy. You literally feel like, sheesh, why have I not been doing this whole time? Okay, so I'm going to be taking you through that. So just a quick note before I get into that, the steps on how to actually do it, I just want to make you aware. So the first part of the training is going to be the slides that I'm displaying on the screen. So I will take you through everything, like the step-by-step on how to actually boost your post. And once I'm done with the theory of it, because it's slides, I'm going to switch to my mobile device so you can see how we actually get to do that, how to navigate the platform, and you get to see it in real life. So I'm going to give you theory, and I'm also going to give you a practical on how to do this. Okay. And if you've got questions, please feel free to use the chat. I remember in one of the training sessions, we only mentioned the chat at a later stage. Please don't forget that there's a chat functionality here on the Teams platform. Alroy is there to assist us throughout the training session. So if you have a question, if there's something that you're missing, if you need assistance, if you need clarity with something, please use the chat function, right, to communicate with Alroy, because I can't see the chats, but Alroy can. So we're all here, all hands on deck. We're here to assist you. Okay, now that we're done with that, let's dive in. How to boost a post. So something you need to know about boosting a post, right? I've already mentioned that when you boost a post, it increases the likelihood that people will see your content on their feed, right? People will see the promotions that you could be running for your business. See, there's a duplicate there in my notes. Please pardon that. Your customers' friends might also get to see the post and react to the things that you're posting on your Facebook page. That's the beauty of advertising. So I know, let me just mention this in the beginning. There, you might hear words such as sponsored post, ad, and boosting. Those are literally words that we can use interchangeably. When you boost a post, it's like advertising. You're sponsoring that post so you can reach more people, right? So it allows you to connect to people more than the community that you already have on your Facebook page. So if you have 100 friends, right? If you have 100 people that have liked your business page, boosting allows you to reach more than the 100 that you are limited to. Right. So if you only have 100 friends within your circle, which is your Facebook circle, right? I usually call it, I refer to like the circle of influence. If you've got 100 people within your community, your circle of influence, those are the people you can talk to directly, right? But if you want to speak to a larger community, because sometimes it happens that the 100 friends that you have, they're not even your target market, which is not a bad thing. And that's why Facebook is there to enable you to reach the right people, people that you want to speak to, people you want to connect to, people you want to advertise to, who are likely to make purchases, you know, of your products or your services. So you can think about it in that way. And Another thing to mention, there are 3 ways to boost a post, 3 ways to advertise, right? You can do it directly from your page, which is what I'm going to be showing you in today's training session. I opted for something that's going to be quick and easy, something that will cater for people who have never advertised on Facebook before. So whether you are a beginner or you're intermediate, this is a process that you can use. The phone, I know everybody has a mobile device. You know, if you have a mobile device, you can quickly do it on your phone. So I'm going to show you how to do it right on your mobile device, on the palm of your hands. That's the power that you have. So you can do it directly on your page. You can do it on Ads Create tool, or you can use Power Editor as well, right? Excuse me. So when you boost your post from your page, this will work whether you're using a mobile device or desktop. It's going to look very similar to each other. So on your Facebook business page, remember in the training that Sebo made, like the first training that we had, we mentioned that you have a Facebook account, which is a personal one, and then you also have the opportunity to create a Facebook business page. That's where you have the ability to publish, to boost, you know, get insights, get a lot of information that's only fit for small businesses, right? For businesses. So you can boost from your page. Once you've accessed that page, you will get to see everything that you have published, you know. So the first step, if you're boosting from your page, you just go to your page and then you find a post that you like and click the option boost. Literally as simple as that. It's so easy to navigate. So you're going to click on that. That is literally the first step. The next thing, right, if you're using a desktop, it's going to look like this. It's going to ask you to choose an audience. The same logic applies even when you're using a mobile device, right? The UI, the user interface is going to be different from a mobile and a desktop. But the sequence on how everything, you need to populate the information, it's pretty much the same, right? The next thing, you need to choose a target audience, right, that fits for your business, right? You can either create a new audience or you can choose a default audience. You can choose an audience of people who are similar to the people that are currently following your Facebook page. The audience that you pick could be the people that are currently following your page. So you can also extend it and be more detailed. You know, you can determine the location you would like this post to reach. So if you live, Cape Town. If you're in Cape Town and you want to reach people in Cape Town, then you can use that as the location. If your business is located in Cape Town, but maybe you've got a new branch in Johannesburg, and you want to particularly target people that are based in Melville, you literally put in that location, you know. Age, what are these people's interests? It's always great to know who your target audience is. You know, you can use this platform, but if you don't know who you're trying to reach, then you're going to reach literally everyone, and everyone may not be your target audience. So when you've got a well-defined target audience, you populate that information about your target audience. You need to know where they are. What are they interested in? How old are they? Capture that information onto the post that you're going to be boosting, right? Add that information. So you're giving the right information to Facebook so it can do what you are asking it to do. The power is in your hands, right? Okay, I went back, keep on clicking the wrong button. Step number 3, you choose a budget. In the beginning, I mentioned how challenging it is for small businesses to advertise on platforms. Please pardon that. I mentioned that it's challenging for small businesses owners to advertise on big platforms such as, you know, South Africa's broadcasting corporations. Is someone accessing my slides? They keep on moving. It's weird. Okay, let's try that again. So, pardon me. With those limitations that we're already aware of, what you can do, you know, what Facebook gives you the ability to do is to choose a budget that works for you. You know, some small businesses have big budgets. Like a big budget to a small business could literally be 1,000 Rand. That's a big budget to someone else's small business. Another business could have a big budget of 5,000 Rand to advertise on Facebook. Another business could have a budget of 10,000 Rand, right? It's literally up to you, your business, what you can afford, who you're trying to reach. It gives you the power to work within your means, right? So you will also get to choose a budget that works for you, right? Once you've selected the budget, it will also get to show you an estimation of the number of people that you are likely to reach based on the budget that you have allocated towards your ad. Now, another thing that you need to be mindful of is that if you're using a budget of 500 Rand, you cannot expect to reach 5 million people. You know what I'm saying? Because your budget only is limited. So it also limits the number of people you get to reach. So be mindful of that. When you setting your budget aside to create Facebook ads, think about how big of a reach you want to reach, like how many people you want to reach. Can you afford to reach those types of people? But you have the power to control the budget that you get to spend on the Facebook ad. Right? Another great thing is that you can also determine the duration of how long that advert runs. How long you'd like it to be, you can literally choose between a day, 7 days, 14 days. It's literally up to you. However, based on best practices, we always highly recommend that you let your advert run for at least 7 days. Why do we say that? When you think about an ad, not an ad, but when you think about human behavior, how we behave on a Monday is completely different to how we behave on a Friday, right? Our behaviors, they get to be determined by our environment as well. So you need to think about Facebook in that sense as well. Like on a Monday, maybe people are busy, they're hectic, they're responding to emails. So if you boost the post on a Monday, then maybe not a lot of people will get to see the post. But perhaps maybe on a Wednesday, you will get to see like an increase, maybe because in the area where you live and where you're boosting your post, there's a spot there where people get to fill that spot, and that's where people connect. So it might increase the likelihood of your post reaching more people. And then a Friday, and then it peaks, and then it reaches its peak. On a Saturday, it declines again. So you have to let your post run for at least 7 days so you can see what those behaviors are going to be like, right? Because that's the beauty of having a Facebook page. Like we mentioned in the first training, you get to see insights. How are things performing? How are your efforts? What are the outcomes that you're getting? Where do you need to optimize? So when you run it for 7 days, you set the duration for 7 days, you get to see, okay, if I run it from today until the next 7 days, my good days, maybe you'll get to see that it's on a Thursday. So the next time you run an ad, you're using data-driven insights, to set your duration and say, okay, no, I'll start running my ads maybe on Thursdays because Thursdays work for me. So that's the next thing that you get to do. You set your duration. The next thing that you get to do is choose a payment method. So the default payment method would be the person who's boosting the page, but you get to edit the payment method before you actually boost the post. That's simple, that's easy, right? And then the next thing, it'll get to show you what the advert is going to actually look like. And the cool thing, remember when I mentioned that the great thing about having Facebook is that it's so well integrated. Facebook is connected to Instagram. Facebook is connected to WhatsApp. So even when you're boosting a post from your Facebook page, you can also set it so that it runs maybe on Instagram at the same time. And it also shows you what that ad is going to look like. So you can make changes before you actually press the publish button, before you actually advertise it. So you'll get to see, okay, no, it doesn't look that great. Maybe the picture looks pixelated. Let me change it up a bit. So it allows you to do amendments like that. So you'll get to preview it so that you can see what it's going to look like on your mobile device as well as your desktop. And then you just hit the boost button. So that's basically how it works. So the next thing that I'm going to do is to show you how to do it live on the mobile device. So I'm going to switch screens just now. If you've got any questions, I do trust that Alroy is there to assist you. So please give me a moment while I switch back to my mobile device and show you how to do it on your phone. Before I actually navigate to Facebook, right? When you're creating an advert, something that I mentioned, that you can literally boost or advertise a post that you have already posted on your Facebook page. So that means that's a post that's existing already. You feel like it's getting a lot of traction. It works for your objective. You're trying to get people to engage, and it's getting engagement. So you can boost that particular post, one that works for you've seen that it works well, so you're going to boost that. Or you can literally create a post, and once you've created that post, then you boost it, you advertise it, or you can start from scratch. So I'm going to be showing you the logic, right? I want you to feel equipped when you leave this training session, that you don't just know where to click, how to navigate, but you also understand the logic of how we got to this point where we're actually posting something, because you also need to understand, what is the purpose? What is the goal? What is the objective of actually advertising on Facebook? Are you trying to get people to visit your website? Are you trying to get people to follow the page that you've created? You want to reach a larger audience. Is that what you're trying to do? So that's exactly what I'm going to be showing you. I'm going to show you the logic, even the post that I'm going to be creating. I want you to see the logic and the sequence as to why I'm creating it in this way and the benefits of doing it in that regard, right? So the first thing that I'm going to show you is the post that I made. Let's go to the post. Give me a moment. So I use the platform called Canva. Canva is a platform you can download, right? You download Canva, you can use it on your mobile, you can use it on your desktop as well. So I'm using my mobile device, as you can see. I've already created a post that I would like to go out on my Facebook page, and this is the post that I want to advertise. This is what I want to reach a wider audience so people can know more about the Pink Hideaway, which is the one that Sebo was showing us in the first training session, the Pink Hideaway, right? So I've created a post. This is going to be a launch competition, right? We're launching. The Pink Hideaway is ready. The launch is going to be on the 1st of November 2021, okay? 2021. So you get to see what type of feel and experience it's going to be, right? You see, it's like a hideaway. There's touches of pink, going to the beach, bonfires at the beach. So I'm creating that experience, right? For an advert to work, there are like a number of factors that contribute to it. Sometimes if the post is not appealing, if it doesn't have the right message, then it's not going to land. You know what I'm saying? You can have R1,000,000, but if the creative is not doing what it needs to do, if it's not communicating the right things, then it can also contribute to it not being a success. That's why I want you to understand the logic, right? So I'm starting with the creative. This is just an example of maybe how I would approach it. I've used Canva. You literally don't have to spend money to use Canva to create a post, to create an advert. So I've created something on Canva for the Pink Hideaway. It's a launch competition. It does say here, read caption for details. Because we are all collaborating to work on this advert, I'm going to show you what the caption is going to say. I haven't published anything, right? So I'm going to show you what I've drafted so far. I'm going to go to my notes and show you what I've done. So this is the caption. This is what the caption is going to read. This is just the draft that I worked on this morning, as you can see. We are excited to launch the Pink Hideaway this November. Woo! To be the first to visit our secret location, Haven, enter this competition to stand a chance to win an experience with us. What is up for grabs? 1 week free stay with us, dinner, surfing lessons, bonfire camping, a bottle of Ace of Spades by Jay-Z. Sounds absolutely amazing, right? And then I also give details on how to enter this competition. Like the Facebook page, like the post and share it, take 5 of your friends, and cross your fingers and hope to win, right? Fun. It's got that fun thing that Sebo was creating when he created the Pink Hideaway Facebook page, that business. It's fun, it's soft, you just think peace, love, an amazing staycation, So this is what the post that I've created. So the next thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to navigate to Facebook so I can show you. So let's go to Facebook. Okay, so here's the Facebook page. I'm going to click here. I'm going to go on pages. I'm moving really fast because I've got my personal information there. So I'm also trying to protect myself as well. So the pink hideaway. This is the page that Sebo had created, right? I have access to it because Sebo gave me admin rights. This is what the page looks like. This is what Sebo created in the training session on the first day. So this is basically what it looks like. If you guys don't remember Sebo, this is the amazing Sebo, right? So let's create a post. Everything that I've just shown you, let's create a post. So you'll see here, there's an option that says create post. Let me slow down my screen a bit. There's an option that says create post. I'm going to click on that. Create post. What's on my mind? Remember, I was showing you my notes that there's something that I've drafted already. So I'm going to simply go back to my notes, copy that. It's ready. I'm not going to struggle or start from scratch. I've already thought it through, right? Remember, I did say I want you to understand the logic. I'm going to paste it, and there it is. We've got a great caption, you know? Okay, next thing that I'm going to do, add to your post. I'm going to click on that. And then I'm going to scroll because I want to add a picture. Let me see what am I doing here? Give me a moment. Let me struggle. Check in. Okay. No, let me say back. Let me add a picture first. Let me discard that. Let me add photo. Yeah, that's something that I missed. Okay, I'm going to allow it to access my photos. So there's the photo that I created. I was showing you. I've added it. Okay, let me add that caption again. There we go. The next thing I'm going to do is continue. Click on continue. You see, it gives me the option to boost it while I'm creating the post, which is awesome, right? So I'm not going to do that for now because I just want you to see what that whole process is going to look like from when you publishing a post so that you can see where it's going to live and all of that jazz. So I'm going to publish the post. I'm going to click on publish at the far top right hand side of the screen. It's posting. Let's wait a bit. It's been posted. So I'm going to refresh this so I can see it. So there we go. The post is live, right? Everything is live. Everything is ready. So now I want you to take note of something. On the Facebook page, right? When you are admin of a Facebook page, you can see there at the top of the screen, there's an option that says ads. I'm going to click on that just so you can see the different options and ways to navigate, right? How to do this. I'm going to click on ads. And this is the information that it gives me, right? I can create an ad. When I click on manage, I'm going to press that. It's going to show me a list of ads that I've already boosted, that I've already posted, but I don't have anything as yet. We're doing it together live, so you won't see anything here. But had I had an advert that I was running, I was going to be able to see it here, but we're creating it. So I'm going to click create again so we can go back there. All right. So something that I mentioned is that whenever you advertise, you always need to know what your goal is. Are you trying to get people to visit your website? Are you trying to get people to message you? Are you trying to get leads? You know what I'm saying? So there are different options that you get to choose from. Always pick an option that works for you. Pick a goal that works for you, that works for your business. Something I always say is that Sally's business is different from Sammy's business. They have different audiences, they have different business goals, they are at different stages of their businesses. So always pick what works for you, what you are trying to achieve. If you're trying to get more leads, you're going to select get more leads, right? And this will enable you to get information about people who are, it's going to create a form. So people will get to say, hey, my name is Alroy, Ndhlovu, here's my email address. You know, that's how you get more leads. If you're trying to get people's contact details, it will help you with doing that when you choose this option. When you go with the option, get more website visitors, I clicked on that. That's because you're trying to link people to your website. As you can see, it's asking me for the URL for the website. So if you want people to visit the website, maybe that's where they will get to, if you're running a campaign and you want people to visit your website, and maybe something in your caption says, visit the website to enter the competition. Maybe the competition is it's leading people to the website, then you enter the URL there. You know what I'm saying? Promote your business locally. This is not going to work for me because remember in the caption, I mentioned that it's a secret hideaway. Right? It's a secret hideaway, secret location. So if I'm going to promote it locally, then I'm already disclosing the location. But if you're trying to get people to come to your store, maybe you've got a restaurant, you're a restaurant owner and you want people to come to your restaurant at 5 o'clock, in the evenings to come and have drinks and stuff like that, then you can promote your business locally. You can advertise to people within your location, within that proximity, right? Then another one is promote your page. This is when you've created a page, you want people to see, you want people to discover your page. You're creating awareness, right? You want people to know. You're creating a buzz. You've created this business, you've created this page, but you want to attract people to see the page so they can see all of the content that you have created on your post. So you go with that option and then get more messages. This is when you add a button, right? And you want people to send you either a message maybe on WhatsApp, right? Or you want people to send you messages on Messenger so you can have one-on-one conversations with your audience. So you will pick a goal that works for your business, right? The one I am going to show you is boost a post, because remember I just created a post and I want people to see that particular post. My goal is not for people to come onto the page. No, I literally just started the page. So my goal is not to get people to visit the page. I want people to discover the post, right? So they can see the competition that I'm running, so they can know about the hideaway as well. Another option that you can go for is to just get started with automated ads. It's the first option that you see on your screen. You just click on that, the advert runs automatically. You don't have to configure anything, populate any information, nothing of that sort. So I'm going to click on the option boost a post. So it's going to ask me, from all of the things that we have posted previously, which one do I want to publish, right? Another note that I mentioned is that a great way to know which post to advertise, right? Because sometimes you like something, but your audience doesn't resonate with it. It doesn't hit the mark for your audience, but numbers don't lie. If it tells you that, okay, a post got 1 engagement, that means, maybe I have more chances of people engaging with this post, so I am going to opt to boost this particular post. I'm going to advertise this post. But remember, my objective is to make people know about the launch that's happening on the 1st of November, 2021. So I'm going to click on the one that I just published. There we go, boost post, right? And then it's going to ask me, what is my goal? What results am I trying to get from advertising here? So it can help me get those results. So do I want it to be automatic and then I get them, I get results based on what is going to be most relevant on my settings, or do I want more engagement? I can click on more. It's going to show me get more calls. If I want people to call in, I can do that. If I want to add a button, I can literally add a button. I'm going to click on that so you see what it looks like. So select a button, right? It shows a preview of what the post looks like. It's looking lovely. So the button options that I have, if I want people to call, when they see the Pink Hideaway launch competition, do I want them to call? If I want them to call now, then I'm going to click the call now option and then add a business phone number. Do I want them to send me a WhatsApp message? Then I'm going to select send WhatsApp message and then add a WhatsApp number that they can communicate with me, right? But remember, on this post, I just gave instructions, right, on the post itself because it's a competition. So it's not going to be beneficial for me to add any buttons. It's not in my goals to add a button. So I'm going to select no button, right? There are all of these great features that you can use, but it doesn't mean you need to use something because it's there. You have to be mindful with what you're choosing, right? So take the time to think about that as well. So I'm going to go with no button. I'm happy with that. I'm going to save this option. And then it's also going to ask you about the audience that you want. There's an audience that I can choose. I can also pick the option people in local area. That's not going to work for me. I said it's a secret location, so that's not going to work for me. Do I want to target business and creators needing my services? There's one that I have set up, like for example, fitness enthusiasts. You know, you can create a new one yourself. One that when you understand your target audience, you can choose the option create new, and then you will get to customize the audience, right? Remember when we started, we said you get to choose the location, the age, the interest, right? So the demographic, you get to create that yourself. And then it will also show me what the total budget will be. So if I have a budget of 250 Rand, it's going to tell me that, okay, we estimate that your daily results will be, you get to reach 537 people minimum, right? If I total this and I increase the budget to 10,000, it also gets to show me an estimate that, okay, we estimate that on a daily basis, when you're running your ad, you will reach 21.5K people, you know? And then duration, something that we also mentioned. How many days do I want this ad to run? Remember best practices, I mentioned that let your ad run for 7 days. So I'm going to press the plus icon so it runs for 7 days. And then it's going to run for 7 days. And then it also tells me that means with a 10,000 Rand budget, remember that's where I set it to 10,000 Rand. With a 10,000 Rand budget, that means that I will be spending about 1.5 thousand per day. And then another thing that I mentioned is that while you're boosting your post on Facebook, you also get to run the ad on Instagram if you wish. You're not forced to do this. Facebook enables you to access all of these features. Everything is up to your discretion. I am trusting you to discern what will work for you and your business, right? Because we've already had the first training session about Facebook, creating a Facebook page. While you have a Facebook page, the features that are there, you know what I'm saying? So if you want people to see your ad on Instagram, I've left the title on because I want it to be displayed on Instagram as well, right? And then I'm going to click the option, see Instagram preview. So I want to see what it's going to look like. Is it going to fit? Right? Because you also have to be mindful of the dimensions, the ratios, right? That maybe Instagram is a block. If I'm creating a post, it's a 1:1 ratio. It needs to be a square. But if it's on Facebook, I can literally create a post that's 16:9. I can, you know, the ratios of the picture, they also affect the quality of the post. It's something that I mentioned. The success is determined by a number of factors. So be mindful of these things. Look at what it's going to look like if it's on Instagram. By the looks of things, I'm happy with what it's going to look like. It's still square. It's still going to fit the Instagram style and layout, right? But if you have a video, if you've got a video that's like you recorded it on landscape, right, that means it's not going to fit nicely on Instagram. There's going to be spaces maybe at the top, you know, black spaces at the top. It's not going to look aesthetically pleasing, and you want it to be appealing to the eye. So these are things that you need to be mindful of. But anyway, this is what the sponsored post is going to look like. It literally shows me that it's going to be titled sponsored, right? Remember when I started, I mentioned that ads, boosting, sponsored, these are words we're going to be using interchangeably. So it's going to say that, yes, this is a sponsored post, meaning someone is paying for this advert. Someone is paying for you to see this advert on your timeline, on your feed. So this is what the ad is going to look like on Instagram. I'm happy with that. We also mentioned the payment method. So I get to choose a payment method, but I don't want to click on that. It might display my personal details. So you'll choose a payment method that works for you. It shows me the estimated budget. the total amount that I'm going to be spending. If I feel like this is too much, I had budgeted 10,000 Rand straight, easy. So I scroll up back again, reduce the budget a little bit, right? Reduce it again. Let's see what it gives me. Okay, no, just want to go a little bit higher again. If you don't want what it's showing you, you select this icon and you type the pen icon. I'm going to say 9,000 and see what it's going to display. I'm going to scroll up again. Let's see. Is this within my budget? Oops, no. Let's say 8,000. 8,000. Okay. How much is that? Okay. Close to my budget. I'm happy with this. What's the next thing to do? I just hit the boost now, boost post now option, and my post is going to be live on Instagram. I'm not going to click this option because it's going to ask me for my payment methods. As you can see, I haven't added that. But when you click the boost now option, you've added your payment method. Everything is perfect. Your ad will be published, and it will be according to the budget that you have set, the duration that you have set, right? The target audience that you have set, the button that you have chosen, and the goal that you have chosen. Now, I need to mention something, right? You get results based on what you have configured on the stage, right? So I'm not trying to get people to visit the website, but I've had clients that are like, that want to boost the website, and then they'll ask me, how many likes will my page get? No, there's a disconnect. If you want people to visit your website, that means your goal is to get people to your website. So pick a goal that gets people to your website. If you want people to like your page, then don't go for the goal of getting people to visit your website, because you are more concerned about getting people to like your page. You see what I'm saying? Facebook will give you what you want. If you want people to visit your page, it will give you the goal to select that you want people to visit your page, right? So that means even when you get your metrics, let's say I've boosted this post, hypothetically. Let me go back. I want to show you something. The post will just say, hypothetically speaking, the post is live. I've advertised it. I click on message. When I look at all of this information, right? And you said you want people to go to your website. If you're looking at how many people liked your post, then you're going to lose the mark. You're going to start feeling like Facebook is not working, Facebook advertising is not working for you, something is wrong, you didn't get the right training, but the information is there. You just need to focus on metrics that align with the goal that you had initially picked, right? So yes, that's how you run an advert. I've shown you the practical. I've shown you how to do it on your mobile device. The same logic and the same principles apply even when you're using your desktop. I do trust that you will be able to navigate. Yeah, you can feel free to ask your questions if you wish.
I wanted to find out, I heard about the metrics part. Quite like Masentle to just go over the metrics where you said you need, which means that as a small business, I must set a goal of what I want to get out of this post, right? Of the ad. So then at the end of the day, it's measurable, I can see. So I still get a little bit lost because earlier on the, so what happens when you don't have a website? Because I'm a very small business, I don't have a website. And my question is, if for example, I'm in services in my business, I offer services to clients. So what I want to find out is now, what do I do? Do I make them, my goal is to get new leads, right? Can you go over that for me? Because I'm more interested in the lead side. How would I go about it, whereby, because I still haven't started my page, but I've started since at least I have an idea of what's going on. So now I want to find out now, after I have my page, my Facebook page up and running. Now my goal is to do leads. The specific leads that I want. So can you go over that when you say the metrics? Because as we finished, you said it's very important to have the right metrics. Can you go over that again? Because you went over it very quickly.
Yeah. Okay, so let me make sure that I'm understanding your question properly and what I need to do. You want leads. Do you want me to show you how to go through the leads option, get more leads option, and the metrics? Tadi?
Sorry, my mic was off. Sorry. Yes, I want to know how to go to get to the leads and to the metrics. How does it work? Because I got a little bit lost there, especially when you come from your page. After you put the post, after you put the post, you went where there were a lot of things that you have to choose from. So I got lost there because I'm not technology savvy. Sorry about that, but I just need you to go through that. Then when you're choosing leads, you started talking about profiles and age and all those things.
Okay, give me a moment.
Thank you. I'm gonna put my mic off now. Is that okay?
No stress. Okay, sharing my device. Okay, so this is how you navigate. So this is the page that was created, the one that we've been going through, right? Once you've accessed your business page, you're going to click the option ads there at the top of the screen, just under the pink hideaway. I'm going to click on ads. Okay. And then I am going to create a new post. But when you start, right, it does say start with a goal. So I'm going to select the option, get more leads. I'm just going to click on that, get more leads. And then this is what it looks like. These are the options. You're going to go through the same process again, choosing your audience, allocating a budget, and all of that good stuff. So I'm going to click on the option, create a form, because with leads, what you're trying to do is to get people to give you their information. Let me make an example. Maybe you want an email list, right? You want to create an email list. That way you can start communicating with your people, because you said you don't have a website, right? As yet. So you want to start collecting people's emails. That way, maybe I'm just making an example here because I don't know if that's really the case.
Yes.
But hypothetically.
Yeah. Yes.
Eventually, when you get
okay,
a website, okay. Eventually, when you want to get a website, you want to start communicating with people via email. When you've got an email list, that means you're speaking to these people directly. You've got consent to send them email marketing, right? So what do? Right? Once you're promoting your advert, you select the option, create a new form. You click on that. Form name, okay. This is all of the information that is that you're going to go through. And the great thing about Facebook is that it gives you prompts, like it explains certain things to you. If you need more information, you click learn more. What is the form name going to be called? You give it a name. What custom information are you trying to get from these people? Do you want their full name? Do you want phone numbers? Do you want email addresses? Do you want their addresses? Are there a couple of questions that you want to ask them? Maybe security questions, or you're asking them questions to actually, maybe your point of asking questions is to see if someone is genuinely interested so you can filter out the right people. Whatever the case may be, you can select, right? You can see that I'm selecting here. This is the information I want to get from the customer. If I don't want their address, maybe I feel like maybe people might not be comfortable to send me their addresses. So I'm going to opt for phone number and email address. I'm going to remove that. Simple. Add questions. If I have any questions, how old are you, for example, just so we have something. Old, no. How old are you? Okay, that's the question. Add another question. What are you interested in? Just asking random stuff. Will you be willing to relocate? There we've got questions. And then what are we going to call this? Clady's list. There you go. Okay, done. We've got all of this information needed for the form. Save the information. I've got a form that's ready. So I can click on preview so it can show me what it's going to look like. Here's the information I'm trying to get. When I submit all of this, it's going to go along with my advert. It's going to ask these people the questions that I've asked. People will get to enter the information and populate it. But the great thing about Facebook is that because someone already has a Facebook account, they probably don't have to type in their name and their email address all over again, like from scratch, because Facebook already has that information on their profiles. It'll automatically populate it. They answer the questions. If you've got questions on your form, you create it, promote, all good. Metrics, I can't really show you what the metrics will be like, but again, I'm going to go back to the page. This is what the page looks like. Same process, you click on ads. But because it's going to be running, right, this advert is running already. You're already collecting people's information, right? They're filling in the questions that you have asked. You don't click on create when you want to see the metrics. You go to manage. So I click on manage. It shows me, and then this is where all of the information is going to be from the ad that you have ran. So you'll find everything right here on your phone.
Thank you.
Sure.
All right, I think I'm going to hand over to Alroy. Thanks, Alroy.
Awesome. Okay, so hi everyone. I'm just going to go through a couple of the questions we got earlier, so that you know, if someone missed out on what was written in the chats, you'll be able to benefit from me sharing it here. So the first one was if the local currency can be changed. If the currency, you know, in ads can be changed, and if you can put any amount. So the short answer is yes. So whenever you're setting up an ad account, or even if you're just going to boost and you haven't set an ad account, one of the things Facebook's going to ask you is to set up your billing settings. This is where you're going to put the card or the payment method you're going to use, and then also choose your currency. So an ad account can only run on one currency. So from the get-go, you're going to need to choose what currency that you're going to use. If you're in South Africa, rands. But if you want to use US dollars, for example, you can use those as well, or any other currency for that matter. My ad account, for example, I use rands. So yes, it's possible. In terms of the amount, Facebook's gonna, like, if you boost a post, it's gonna give you a preset options for you to you know, boost your posts. But if you scroll to the bottom, then it will have what's called a custom amount. That's where you're gonna put your amount, and you can put as little as 20 Rand to run an ad. But you need to, of course, be realistic with what you're running. So if you're gonna boost a post, 20 Rand for a day is gonna be fine. But if you want to have something more lucrative, then you might need to maybe boost your, you know, your amount to something like 90 Rand, 100 Rand, so on and so forth. It just really depends on what you're trying to do. Okay, so that's that on that question. I hope that answers it. Someone also asked about the get more leads. And Masentle did show you how that goes, how you go about that. But basically, it's just an ad type that allows you to collect information that matters to you to be able to get leads. So let's say you're trying to sell a course online. One of the things you're going to need is name and email and maybe even number. So you can create a lead form on Facebook and then use it as an ad and collect that information, so that when maybe your courses are now there, or you want to create material to advertise that course, those are the leads you'd have gotten from Facebook. Okay, hope that works. Marlene asked, what are the advantages of running an automated ad? And I replied in the chats and saying, automated ads are designed for the beginner. So basically all you do is it will ask you a couple of questions about your business, the goal you're trying to reach, and then you're going to supply some captions as well as some graphics. And then Facebook's going to create an ad based on its machine learning and what it feels would be the best settings for your ad. And then it's going to run the ad. You can check on the ad. You can, of course, edit it and stuff. But it's really designed for the person who's getting into ads. They don't really know how to go about it, and they just want to answer questions and let Facebook do that for them. The advantages are they're easy and they're good dip into ads for the first time. but then the disadvantages are you don't have as much control over them because Facebook gives you so much control in the ad creation process, whereas automated ads, you're missing on so many settings. So it's always wise to learn how to create ads, the different parts of the ad creation process, so that you have a greater return on investment because you have full control over those ads. But I wouldn't say stay away from them. If you are a beginner and you want to get your feet inside ads just to see how they work, then sure. But I'd advise just learn a bit about ads and then create your own ads from the beginning. Another thing I was asked to mention. Oh, another thing was about the charging. Someone asked, do you get charged for, let's say you put an ad on Facebook, you put an ad on Instagram, do you get charged separately? So you can create ads separately on Instagram, of which you'll be charged, you know, and then on Facebook, of which you'll be charged. But the thing is, all those ads are running on one ad account. So Facebook's just going to add that billing. So if I, let's say, do 100 Rand on Instagram, and then maybe I do 200 Rand on Facebook at the end of the month, or if I've reached my threshold, I'll be billed in that one account for those ads. It will show you what it's billing you for. So you use 100 Rand on Instagram, you use 200 on Facebook, but it's all billed to one account. You do get PDF invoices if you want. You have all the details of your transactions all in that account. So it's very safe, it's very open for you to understand what's going on. So that's that. And then there was another question about segmentation. So when you're creating ads, you don't sort of just create an ad and say, oh, I want this to go to people in South Africa, you know, and then just reach people at this age. You have so much control. You can control the age, the interests, so on and so forth. But not only that, you can create saved audiences, even custom audiences, which is like a more advanced lesson. But saved audiences is basically if you know that there's a group of people you're always advertising to, you can create saved audiences so that when you're creating ads, you just select those saved audiences. And then that makes you be able to segment your ads to certain audiences. Now, you can create separate campaigns for a separate audience, or you could choose one campaign and within the ad set level, create two ad sets. One ad set that's going to one audience, one ad set that's going to another audience, so on and so forth. And within those different ad sets, you can create separate ads. So the ads is what the people will actually see, the design, the caption, so on and so forth. You can create separate ads that appeal to your different audiences. So that's always recommended. When you're creating ads, let's say you've got a young audience, you've got an older audience, you want to create ads that, what can I say, resonate with those audiences. So you may need to create either separate campaigns for each audience or at least different ad sets with different ads for those audiences. Facebook gives you the power to do that. If you want to even create ads that follow people as they go from website to website, aka remarketing, you can also do that with custom audiences. Like I said, the powers you get are almost limitless. You just need to know how to go about them. Let's see if I missed anything here. I touched currency converter. Like I said, you can use your own currency in your ads. So the only place I think you'd be able to implement a currency converter is maybe in your on your website. I know websites do that, but you won't need that for Facebook ads because you will choose to charge in a certain currency. And even if someone's in America, it's just going to convert it automatically to whatever the currency is at that point. Having said that, I think I've answered all the questions in the chats. I'm not sure if there's any other questions, but as far as the chats are concerned, I think I've covered everything.
Thanks, Alroy. I think, Masentle, there were two ladies that wanted to see slide 4 and 5 again. I don't know if you want to just quickly bring it up for them, if that's still a requirement on their side. Okay, thank you so much, Masentle. Thanks, Alroy, for just debriefing us on the chats coming through. I'm going to just go back to wrap up. I know we are slightly over time. Thank you for your patience, and we really do appreciate your interaction. Thank you. Okay, so that's just over to me to say thank you very much for your patience and your time and all your valuable questions. I have no doubt, certainly by the sounds of the chat, that you have learned something new and hopefully of value, and you're going to take that back and integrate that into your business, and you'll be doing lots of posts and ads to attract those customers that you're looking for. The next session is coming up on Thursday. Nasreen has put the link in the chat, so if you haven't already registered for that session, that is WhatsApp for Business. So we'll be going through that tomorrow. On Thursday, sorry, and just to say a very, very big thank you to our esteemed trainers and Masentle and Alroy and everybody that's attended here today. That's really it. So thank you very much, and we hope to see you back on Thursday.